helped me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The first thing I noticed was a lipstick. A bold crimson smear on the rim of my husband's coffee mug, glowing against the white ceramic like a warning I was never meant to see. I froze in the kitchen doorway, the morning light slicing across the counter while my heart slammed against my ribs. She wore that color every single day at work. She wore it when she mocked me for my soft looks and simple style. She wore it when she smirked and said I dressed like someone who had given up. My fingers shook when I picked the mug up. The stain felt warm even though the coffee had gone cold. I told myself it could not mean anything. I inhaled, exhaled, tried to steady the twisting dread crawling through my stomach. I reminded myself that people at work shared mugs sometimes, that this could have happened 100 innocent ways, that it was too early to let fear paint monsters where maybe there were none. But the truth had already begun its slow whisper. That night I asked Samer, casually, why his mug smelled like cinnamon lipstick. He barely looked at me when he said someone must have borrowed it. His eyes flicked away too quickly, landing on his phone. A small, sharp detail that lodged itself in my chest. I smiled, pretended to believe him, pretended my heart was not unraveling thread by thread. The strange signs grew. A new cologne he said he found on sale. More late meetings he never used to have. The stiff way he hugged me, like he was afraid I might read something in the way he held me. Once, I leaned close and smelled a perfume on his jacket that was not mine. It was sharp, floral, and familiar. She wore it every day at work events. Still, I clung to denial the way drowning people cling to drifting wood. I told myself marriages hit rough patches. I told myself she was just being her usual cruel self. I told myself that maybe I was imagining all of it because her comments always cut deeper than they should. You could look nice if you tried. Your husband must be so patient. Oh, sweetheart, at least put some effort in. She said all these things with that same bright red smile. The truth finally cornered me at the annual corporate gala. The hall shimmered with golden lights. People laughed. Music pulsed softly. Glasses clinked. I wore a modest black dress, nothing flashy, nothing bold. She walked in wearing a silver gown that clung to her curls like it had been tailored to provoke. Her hair was curled in soft waves. Her lipstick was the same crimson shade I had seen on my husband's mug. She passed me with a smirk. Could not dress up a little more? Your husband deserves someone who tries. I felt heat rise in my cheeks. Not humiliation. Something darker. Something that felt like the first spark of knowing. I tried to focus on conversations, on appetizers, on anything that would stop my mind from spiraling. But then I saw it. Through the crowd. Near the terrace doors. Samer. And her. He leaned close to her ear. She laughed softly, her eyes glowing with something intimate. The kind of glow a woman cannot fake. His hand brushed her wrist. She did not pull away. She leaned in even closer. My heart stopped. I took a step forward. Then another. My breath turned shallow. My pulse hammered like a drum in my ears. I watched their faces sharpen into clarity as I got close enough to hear them. You look incredible tonight, he murmured. I'd do it for you, she whispered back. Something inside me cracked with a soundless, agonizing snap. She saw me before he did. Her eyes widened for 1 second before she put on a mask of innocence. That same cruel smile returned as she said, "Oh, you made it." Looking simple as always. Samer turned. His face drained of color when he saw me. Guilt flickered in his eyes so briefly he probably hoped I had missed it. I said quietly, "Samer, can we talk?" His shoulders tightened. He nodded. Outside, the cold air pressed against my skin while my entire world shook. I did not scream. I did not cry. I simply looked at him and said, "Tell me the truth. No excuses. No lies." His face broke. It happened a few times. It meant nothing. She made me feel noticed. You were distant. You did not care about dressing up anymore. The word stabbed deep, as if my worth had been stitched into fabric in lipstick shades all along. I could not speak at first. Every memory we had together flashed through my mind, each one collapsing under the weight of this betrayal. I finally whispered, "You broke something in me, and you do not even understand what it was." In the days that followed, I left him, not in anger alone, but in painful clarity. He had chosen someone else long before he touched her. He chose her the moment he let her mock me without defending me, the The moment he found her sparkle more valuable than my quiet love, I rebuilt myself slowly. Without him, without her shadow, without apologies for the softness she mocked so easily, and for the first time in years, I felt whole.